What's up? It's your boy Chuck coming at you with some fantasy NASCAR advice from New Hampshire Motor Speedway this weekend. It's a mile track. Stage breakdown is 75, 150. Martin Truex Jr. is going to win this race. I mean, Kyle Busch may give him a competition, but Truex is most likely going to be the dominant car, just like he was a year ago. The last 4 times here, he's led 513 laps. Expect the same tomorrow. If you're looking at somebody to get you by with a lot of fantasy points for leading them laps and fastest laps, Truex Jr. is your guy. Even though Kurt Busch started on the pole, but we're not going to talk about him. Expect a very strong race from Kevin Harvick. He's starting off in the 14th position. You can almost guarantee a top 5 out of him. He's probably a favorite to win this race. Just like Kyle Larson. Larson last year at this race just passed everybody. He started off last, ended up finishing second. I feel like Kyle Larson, if you want somebody in your lineup who has consistency, he starts 20th place, and he's most likely going to finish second. Denny Hamlin is another guy that has the potential to win this race. He won this race a year ago. All the JGR Toyotas have been dominant at this track a year ago, but that was before the SHR Fords and Kevin Harvick and Clint Boyer and all these guys got it together. Denny Hamlin is a very good driver at this course. He loves this place. Denny Hamlin is a favorite to win this race too, but he starts in the 4th position. So if he were to finish 5th, you end up losing points for him. If something bad happens, Denny Hamlin's the guy I'm keeping out of my lineup this week. I want to break down some mid-pack drivers who are starting in the middle of the field who have good resumes here. I mean, you got Ryan Newman and Clint Boyer. Both have 3 wins here apiece. Clint Boyer in that Ford this year, and he's got 2 wins already. It's a mile track. I mean, there's no reason to not expect a good race out of Clint Boyer. Ryan Newman, he's hard to pass. I mean, Ryan Newman, he's starting in, 18th? I mean, Ryan Newman could be a solid play. You got Joey Logano starting in the 19th spot and Jimmy Johnson starting in the 21st spot. Both of these drivers are in must-win situations to make the playoffs. I mean, Jimmy Johnson's a guy who's going to find his way into my lineup because he's in a must-win situation. He has to gamble to win this race, whether it's fuel strategy, whether it's taking 2 tires at the end and everyone takes 4, whatever's got to be done. Jimmy Johnson's got to win this race. Now let me break down some drivers who are starting in the back of the field, like Matt Kenseth, who 1 year ago was in contention to win this race. He led a bunch of laps. I mean, Matt Kenseth starts in 31st. He's in a Roush Fenway Ford this year, not the JGR Toyota like he was last year. But I feel like Matt Kenseth starting in 31st has a good chance at the top 20 and a good chance at positive fantasy production for you. Just like Bubba Wallace starting in 27th and Casey Kane starting in 26th. I mean, Casey Kane has experience. This guy's been racing for a while now. There's no reason to not expect a top 20 finish out of him. Bubba Wallace has a few question marks for me, but this guy finished 2nd in a truck race here and 7th in an Xfinity Series race here. So I feel like he's only going to get better. Experience is on his side. So my lineup this weekend is going to consist of Martin Truex Jr., who I think is going to dominate this race and finish first. Kyle Larson, who's starting in 20th spot, probably going to finish 2nd. Jimmy Johnson starting in 21st. I expect good fantasy production out of him. Maybe get up there, lead a couple laps if he tries to get some stage points or something like that. Casey Kane starting in 26th. Bubba Wallace starting in 27th. And Matt Kenseth starting in 31st. I feel like all these guys have a chance at fantasy production. So, I mean, why not? Let's roll with it, right?